Hi, Healing for Real, and this is video number 16. I got this camera 6 months ago when I was freshly into sobriety and needing an outlet, and yet it took me 6 months of having this camera in my room on my side before I actually picked up the courage to begin making any type of videos, or could even see myself on camera without totally dying and cringing. At the time of recording this, there's 73 views, 5.3 watch hours, and it's coming up to 6 weeks of posting regularly. And I'm feeling upset because I've been putting in so much effort. And I've crossed so many inner barriers in order just to show up on camera like this and to record myself and to post this online. I'm also wanting to connect with others, build community, and yet it feels like no one cares and no one is interested in this. And on previous videos I've been falling into all of the stereotypical behaviors, having a teleprompter, trying to look professional, sound professional, follow all the trends and the culture and the camera etiquette. And look, now I've got my phone in my hand and I'm reading my notes, and I'm not gonna kind of pretend or try anymore to be something I'm not. And I'm just showing up as I am to document this journey, to record this journey, to share this journey, and to connect with others. So why would people watch my videos anyway? Half of them is me completely reliving my trauma on camera, recording videos and then spiraling. And I'm sure people can feel that or sense that. I'd record a video and then for the next day or two I'd be completely zonked, completely spaced out, can't even interact because it's just so much to even get through reliving or experiencing or sharing these things. I'm umming on camera, I'm saying you know like this every 30 seconds if I'm not reading just off a teleprompter. Stuttering and telling everyone my problems and my issues, and not providing some form of distraction for people to run away from their problems and their issues, because everyone has problems, everyone has issues, it's not just me. And people want distraction from those things, and if they don't want distraction, they're looking for some type of good presentation, some good marketing of the issues and the problems, and not what this channel is offering, what it has offered so far. And yeah, not following all of the YouTube recommendations, the hooks, clickbait, yada yada yada. It's hard enough to even show up now and make these videos, let alone think of all the other things that need to happen to produce visually appealing, beautiful, attention grabbing content. So yeah, this is just kind of what is being produced, literally where I'm at. And as you see me showing up on camera, this is literally how you see me in my life. There's no difference. It's not that I'm oh, hello, good morning, welcome to today's ITV news. No. And then behind doors you'll see me No, it's literally like this is what you see is what you get, as it is, raw, authentic, on camera, off camera. And this whole YouTube thing is kind of like social life. Like, I started making these videos because my social life is like non-existent, apart from my family and like 1 or 2 friends, which I rarely even meet, just kind of communicate with via the phone or stuff like that. And same like online dating, like my dating life too, is kind of like non-existent. And I'm not one of those people to kind of show up in like a social situation or a dating situation and kind of be like peacocking or flashing or making myself out to be something I'm not. And I find it hard to play social games because of that. And part of me just feels like, fuck it, just be exactly who I am. And if it's meant for people, if it's right for people, if it resonates, then it will. And if it doesn't, it won't. Instead of pretending to be something I'm not, playing all of the social games, the social niceties, the cultural games, the whatnot from the outside, but thinking something else inside, and then not actually getting connection. Maybe being around people, yes, but not getting connection. And now in a situation where, okay, not really around anyone, but at least building that connection with myself, in the hope that that genuine, authentic connection will be built with others along the way. And yeah, these videos feel like hella awkward. I mean, this is the first time that I'm actually recording with my family in the house. Before I'd like, I did record a few times in the house, but I'd like run away, lock myself in a corner, barricade the doors with towels, like make sure the room cannot hurt anything outside of it. And this is the first time that they're in the house, I'm recording, and yeah, I have barricaded the door. But it's in a room which I know isn't soundproof, because I'm at my brother's desk where he works and I hear him talking next door, and I know he's next door now. So yeah, this feels hella awkward, and it's something that I'm like moving through. And so for this first time, after 16 videos, recording in a way where others in the house can hear me, and it's kind of just like me in social situations, I don't want to be heard. It feels hella awkward. I feel clumsy. I feel like I go like way too deep, way too quick, and I like to relate and interact on that level without all the social kind of games in between. And yeah, that kind of makes me feel like largely unrelatable, and I suppose in many ways I feel like this channel is like totally unrelatable. Maybe because there's just like no feedback. Maybe it's because it's like not enticing for people, not clickbait worthy, not interesting. It's just like this kind of guy who's like kind of fucked his life up, who's like getting it together, and who wants to watch that, when everyone wants distraction or something to kind of help them grow in many ways, and maybe this isn't it. Okay, so my brother just came in. Heart is beating and feel a little queasy and sick, but yeah, this is kind of like part of the process. And I mean, this is like where I am. This is who I am. I can't pretend to be something that I'm not. You're seeing me how I am in real life. Scared, confused, convoluted, unattractive socially. Many people don't want to touch me with a barge pole. And I feel that I've internalized a lot of that, and I'm trying to like break through that, but it's been like 15, 16, 17 years arriving to this place. So this isn't going to be done in like a few weeks, a few months, a few years. This is like long term, long game. And this is what it looks like and feels like and is right now. So yeah, I am rebuilding from the ground up. And it's messy, and it's awkward, and it's convoluted, and it's raw, and it's authentic, and it's unpolished, and it's unattractive. And it's like a reminder why I'm making these videos. And I need to remember why I started making these videos, to like make sense of everything that I'd gone through, processed, experienced, help with integrating that, to document this like lonely journey, this uncomfortable journey after like my repeated collapses, addictions, mental health struggles, travels, spiritual initiations, learnings, realizations for the past 17 plus years. And this isn't going to be a few weeks or months work, and everyone isn't going to be interested in following from the get-go. This is going to be years work, decades work, with incremental changes, incremental improvements. And having gone through what I've gone through, experienced what I've experienced, of course part of me wants that social connection, social interaction, social feedback. And yet I know what happens and what it's like if people are popular, rich, attractive, then they get the social feedback whether or not they truly deserve it. Whereas if people aren't those things, then they get cut off from that feedback. That's just the way like I've seen the world. That's the way I've seen human beings work. And so I'm like toying with, I know what it's like to be cut off from everyone, everything, to be ostracized, to be like excommunicated for like who I am, for what I'm going through, for my karmic, dharmic journey, destiny. And whilst it would be nice to have all those things in the short term, I know truly that's really not what I want, to be surrounded by people and filled with people and shown likes and comments and views and watch time hours without actually feeling deeply rooted in myself and connected with others in a deep way. And so what I'm trying to say is, even though this is kind of shitty, even though this is kind of boring, even though it's kind of long, even though it's kind of like jarring to be like investing so much time and energy and space and attention into all of this, how else can I really find that deep connection with myself? And how else can I really find the deep connection that I need and crave with others? And yeah, this isn't going to be a short-term thing. This isn't going to be a couple months, not even a couple years. It's like to really kind of rebuild myself back up, to really connect with, to really share this journey, this process, it's going to be a long, long time. And learning that patience, that steadfastness, that dedication to keep going, to show up for myself, not to show up because I want likes and external validation, and not to be showing up for those things. To be showing up for myself because I need it. And and from that place, being able to connect deeply with others who need it. And I just hope that it's all worth it. I really hope that it's all worth it. Deep down, I know it has to be worth it. But right now, it doesn't feel worth it. But I made another video after saying to myself, I'm not going to make any more videos this week because I was just too, traumatized and embarrassed and awkward to be kind of doing this. But I made another one, and I got some notes on my phone for more videos. So even if no one is here watching, I am still going to be doing this and showing up, and hoping that as I connect deeper with myself, my truth, my confidence, my speaking, my communicating and relating with the outside world, kind of coming back out from the cave and labyrinth of addiction, I can connect with others and engage in something beautiful and truthful and meaningful and nourishing and nurturing. So I feel better recording this one today. I like this whole setup with the phone because, I don't have to kind of pretend that I'm like a BBC News teleprompter reading from the script, but I can just be natural as I am. So that's number 16 done. Thanks a lot. See you soon. Boyakasha.